Welcome to AM Best Audio.
Talent trends are reshaping the P&C industry. From the skills needed to meet evolving customer expectations to the strategies leaders must adopt to build a future-ready workforce. I'm John Weber for Best Review Magazine, and I'm speaking today to Mark Berven, President and Chief Operating Officer, Nationwide Property and Casualty, about how the industry can attract new graduates and why today's environment offers a rare opportunity to help shape the future of protection. Mark, so glad you could join us today.
Yeah, thanks, John. Really appreciate the opportunity, and what a perfect conversation for us to have.
So, Mark, what are some of the key talent trends that are affecting the PC industry?
Yeah, I appreciate the question, John. And I really think that there are three trends that I'm focused upon, and at Nationwide here that we're focused upon. First is just generational transition in the workforce. As we look today, 50% of the workforce in the property casualty industry is expected to retire in the next 15 years. So you begin to put those numbers together, and you're looking at a potential of over 400,000 positions that are going to go through this transition here. And will there be enough younger workers to come in and fill those employment opportunities? As we think about that dynamic, that brings up a lot of questions. So it's about knowledge transfer, succession, and how that transition is going to occur, and just overall focus on leadership development. So that's a big trend we look at. Second is competition in our industry for this specialized talent, right? Given those dynamics that I was just speaking of, but what we're really facing today and looking at it, when we think about talent needs around some of those areas like in underwriting or claims or in technology or data science, there's just limited resource that we're all going after. So that is a really dynamic trend that is playing out in the workforce today. And the third is obviously technology. And you're hearing and reading, and everywhere you go, you see that it is transforming the insurance industry and careers today. So AI is already having an impact across the value chain, a lot of focus around how we deliver service to customers. But I was looking at some information coming out of actually LinkedIn that was saying, just think about the roles in our industry today, and then broader industry as well, that by 2030, 70% of the job skills are going to be completely different and are going to change. So how does that impact us as we think about upskilling and development so that we can make sure that our associates adapt and really stay relevant for the needs of customers moving forward?
How can industry leaders respond to those trends to meet the talent needs for their business?
Yeah, I think there's a great opportunity here for us. So whether it's a carrier side or you're on the agent broker side, staying relevant and really leading with purpose. I think this is a great opportunity for our industry. We've long talked about what an awesome industry we're in and how could we be even more relevant as we look to attract new workforce. Gen Z values mission-driven work that can have a positive impact. And if you really think about what it is that we do as an industry, we are mission driven in how we help protect people. I think this is a great kind of period of time that we look at, that we really lean into that mission of what we do as an industry. In addition to that, right, it's about partnerships. And that's something else our industry is really good at. But as we think about it through the lens of attracting new talent to the industry, it's about partnership with obviously local colleges and universities, but it's also thinking about early career development and how do we reach into youth organizations and engaging in our local communities. What is it that we can do in high schools and trade schools to really begin to expose more people to what it is that we do? I think, again, it's a wonderful opportunity that we're facing right now. And then the third thing is also investing in tools and training to really help our workforce of today, right? So it's one thing to talk about all these dynamic trends and the changes in technology and what's coming with AI, but how do we give some of those tools to our current workforce so that they can not only learn about them academically, but really put to use in their job. And, that probably leads to something else that we've long talked about, but that kind of reverse mentoring relationship as well, where some of the folks that are maybe earlier entrants to the workforce get the opportunity to mentor those of us that have been in the industry for a little bit. It's always a great opportunity to learn and think differently. So, that's kind of how I'm thinking about, while there are challenges, it also prevents a really unique opportunity for us in the industry.
Mark, I've got to ask, how would you convince a recent college grad that they should work in the P&C industry?
We probably need to do a little bit of myth busting. So I get the chance to do this with some of the opportunities that I have to engage with current students. But there's sometimes the dynamic of our industry that, insurance. What is it that is really exciting and dynamic about the industry? But if you think about kind of, again, the period of time that we're in with rapid transformation, customer needs, and the dynamic of what customers need today with growing complex risk, technology advancement across the board, and the convergence of all of those things really kind of taking the traditional insurance that the industry has always provided, but really kind of leaning into employment opportunities that are not just around our operations of claims and underwriting and actuarial and sales and all of those really important critical jobs that are going to continue to evolve and change, but also how we couple that with lots of investment in venture capital, lots of investment in innovation and technology and data science, and just showing again how our industry is so much on the forefront of all of what we're seeing change in the in the communities where we live and work. So in my view, I think we've got a great story to tell. It's never been a more exciting time to be in the industry. And it's also something, as much change and all of that we see, there's also something about stability. Insurance is always going to be a need. And so as we think about attracting young talent to an industry that has an outlook for the future that is positive, our industry provides that.
So Mark, can you talk a bit more about the opportunity you see to shape the future of protection?
Yeah, so as we think about kind of historically, there's probably been a little bit more of a repair and replace mindset within our industry. Well, as we continue to really think about what future opportunities there are, how technology and AI are advancing capabilities that we have to make that shift from repair and replace to predict and prevent. How do we get better at the consultation and risk services that we can provide to customers, right? Whether it's around telematics, whether it's around manufacturing facilities and electrical dynamics and monitoring and watching in that space, whether it's around things that we can do really from a fire detection, what we can do from water leak avoidance, but shifting that entire mindset to not just be, hey, we're here to take care of you after something happens. We're here to take care of you to help you avoid negative impacts to your business, negative impacts to your home and living situation. So we've got a really unique value proposition, and the time is right with these technology advancements, capabilities that are out there. Customers want to know that there is value for the protection that they are paying premiums for. So how do we show that in more meaningful ways, have real interactions that are value add, and that whole predict and prevent mindset, I think provides a unique, different value proposition that we can provide as an industry, whether, again, you're a broker or an agent, the carrier focus that we have in developing new solutions, as well as the partnerships and some of the venture firms that we work with that are really creating some unique skills. It's a really interesting time to make that shift.
An exciting few years ahead. Mark, thank you so much for speaking with us today.
Again, really appreciate the opportunity, John. Thank you.
That was Mark Berven, President and Chief Operating Officer, Nationwide Property and Casualty. And I'm John Weber for Best Review Magazine.
Looking to get the full attention of the insurance industry? We have the platforms that will do just that. Whether it be AM Best TV, AM Best Audio, Best Review Magazine, or Best Day. Find out more by calling AM Best Advertising Sales at 908-439-2200, extension 5399, and have a great day.